Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Inspire Tech Education. So, what is cloud computing? Well, I already discussed that. Just to summarize, I will explain again. Now, I know the word cloud might sound a bit confusing at first, like something floating in the sky, but in technology, the cloud is something very practical and powerful. Cloud computing means using the internet to do computer tasks. Instead of storing files or running programs on your own laptop or desktop, you use someone else's computer, usually a big server owned by companies like Google, Amazon, or Microsoft, and you access it online. It's like renting a powerful computer that lives far away and you connect to internet and you access from anywhere, anytime, any device, right? Now let's understand the three main types of cloud services. Think of them like levels in restaurant. I will take one restaurant analogy. I will explain it in a simple way. Imagine you walk into a restaurant. You can choose how much work you want to do. You can cook your own food, or you can use their kitchen, or just order a ready-made meal. That's exactly how cloud services work. We call this three levels: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. Let's take each one slowly and understand what we actually do with them. Let's start with infrastructure as a service. This is the most basic level. In infrastructure as a service, you rent the basic building blocks of computing like virtual machines, storage, and networks. You don't get any software or tools, just the raw infrastructure you will get. You have full control and you decide what to install and how to use it. Let's go back to our restaurant analogy so that you can understand it very clearly. It is like renting an empty kitchen. You get the space, stove, and the fridge, but you bring your own ingredients, your own recipe, and you cook everything yourself. In technical terms, this means you rent a virtual server from a cloud provider like AWS, Azure. You install your own operating system and your own software, and you manage everything like security, updates, backups, right? So basically, what do we actually do with infrastructure as a service is we use it to host our websites. First thing, store large amount of data and we run custom application. We set up networks and firewalls. It mostly used by IT teams and developers who want full control, but it also means you need to have technical skills to manage everything. Right. Some popular infrastructure as a service providers are Amazon EC2, Microsoft Azure Virtual Machine, Google Compute Engine. Infrastructure as a service is flexible and powerful, but it also the most hands-on. You are responsible for everything that happens inside your virtual machine. If you see the slide, few parts you manage and else service provider manages, right? I think hope you clear about infrastructure as a service. Now let's move to the second level, platform as a service. Platform as a service gives you a ready-made platform to build and run applications. You don't worry about servers, storage, or operating system. Everything is already set up. You just focus on writing code and building your app. Back to our restaurant analogy so that you can understand clear. Platform as a service is like renting a kitchen that already has all the utensils, ingredients. You just bring your recipe and start cooking. That's it. In technical terms, you log into a platform like Google App Engine and you start coding. The platform gives you everything: databases, testing tools, deployment options. So basically, what do we actually do with platform as a service is we use it to develop web applications and mobile apps, and we test and deploy our codes easily and connect to databases. So it is great for developers who want to save time and focus on their app and not the setup. Setup is managed by service provider. It is also perfect for startups who want to launch app quickly. So some popular platform as a service platforms are like Google App Engine, AWS Elastic Beanstalk, and Microsoft Azure App Services. So it gives you speed and simplicity. You don't manage the infrastructure. You just build your app and let the platform handle the rest. That's it. I think hope you are getting right. Hope you are clear about platform as a service. Now let's talk about the final level, software as a service. It is the easiest and most common cloud service. Why I am saying this? You use software directly through the internet. You don't install anything and you don't update anything and you don't even manage anything. You just log in and start using it. So in our restaurant analogy, it is like ordering food from the menu. You don't cook, you don't clean, you just enjoy the meal. That's it. In technical terms, think of Gmail, Google Docs, Zoom or Netflix. These are the software as a service applications. You open them in your browser or app and they just work. What I am saying is, it is a ready-made platform to build apps without worrying about the setup. So basically what actually we do with software as a service is, we use it to send emails and we edit documents and we watch movies on Netflix. So it is used by everyone like students, teachers, businesses, creators. It is simple and convenient and it is accessible from anywhere. So let me explain few popular software as a service tools are like Gmail, Microsoft Office 365, Canva, Salesforce, right? So it is perfect when you just want to use software without worrying about how it works behind the scenes. So moving forward, just will recap the comparison between three: infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So infrastructure as a service is like you build everything yourself, and platform as a service is like you build apps without setup, and software as a service is like you just use it, that's it. Think of our restaurant analogy. Infrastructure as a service is like renting an empty kitchen. Platform as a service is like renting a fully equipped kitchen. Software as a service is like order food from the menu itself. So each model fits different needs. The more control you want, the closer you go to infrastructure as a service. The more convenience you want, the closer you go to software as a service. So basically, companies chooses based on their size, budget and technical skills. A startup might use software as a service to save time. A company might use infrastructure as a service to build custom systems. A developer might use platform as a service to launch an app quickly. So that's the full picture of cloud service models. Infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service are the three main ways we use cloud computing. Each one gives us different tools and levels of control. Next time you use Gmail or stream a movie or build an app, think about which model you are using. Chances are you already working in the cloud. You just did not know it had a name. Thanks for listening, and I hope this made cloud services feel simple and clear. Let me explain cloud deployment models in upcoming video. Until then, stay tuned. See you in the next video. Bye. Thank you.